Hey Geminis, my name is Jacene, also known as Tempest Trade, and this is your energy check-in. These messages may resonate with you if you have the Gemini Zodiac anywhere in your chart. Please use discernment when listening to any of these messages, since not all the information in these collective readings may be for you. These collective readings are also timeless, which means that anytime you come across this video, there may be a message in it for you. Also, if you're interested in any of my one-on-one private session services for tarot reading, divination, Reiki energy healing, or sound healing, you can go to my Linktree, Tempest Trade, or DM me on any of my social media. All of the links will be in the description below. So let's get started and see what Geminis need to know right now. I am doing a random song generator, and the very first song is Hosier, Take Me to Church. So, with that context in mind, you might need to tap more into your spirituality, into your faith, have more of a spiritual practice going, or maybe you need to speak to some power outside of yourself, since church is a space where you can essentially speak to the powers that be, which is interesting because, as you can see, the very first card out is the High Priestess, which is inner knowing, intuition, and we have the Six of Wands in the reversal. Six of Wands normally references victory of some sort of achievement, overcoming an obstacle, but it's in the reversal, so there's kind of like a, I wouldn't necessarily say a failure, but more so like, maybe you're not doing what you should be doing. Maybe you're kind of letting yourself down. Maybe you're kind of disappointing yourself. Maybe you're not. Maybe you've been called to do something, to step up, to achieve, excel, grow, evolve. For example, this High Priestess, which is the intuition, the inner knowing, but it's also a higher connection, a connection between you and something else, like wisdom, discernment. It's like the call to listen to yourself more, to listen to the guidance more, because maybe you're doing things against the guidance and the direction that you're being led to, or guided to, directed to. And I think maybe on some level you kind of know this. You might understand that you're probably blocking yourself, or you're not putting in all of the effort you could be putting in, or you're not exactly listening to the guidance that you are receiving. Maybe it could also be like a lack of trust within yourself that is causing some type of blockage or stalemate. Yeah, the Sun in the reversal. The Sun is like happiness, and it's also like, yes, go, do it. So this is giving me the feeling of like, don't do it. Don't go in that direction. Don't. But also at the same time, like, dissatisfaction, unhappiness, discontentment. Justice. Karma. Balance, right and wrong. Queen of Cups. In the upright. So this is either about you or this is about someone else outside of you, connected to you. For example, let me turn down the volume a little bit. I said turn down, not turn up. So it's like you have this inner knowing, or you are being given guidance in certain wisdom. And maybe you're not following certain guidances and directions that you're being given, certain instructions. Or maybe, for example, this High Priestess, it's like following your intuition. It's like you have the intuition, but maybe you're not following it. And because you're not following your intuition and not listening to the guidance, things are dissatisfied for you, or things aren't going the way that you want it to go because you're going in a direction that you're not supposed to be going in. And the reason why is because justice. Either you or someone else that you are connected to, like this is the path. It's almost like your way is barred. The way that you're trying to go is blocked. Or like the lower impulses you might be giving into, it's like balance is coming in, karma is coming in, justice is being served. And all of it is leading towards either a Queen of Cups, a person, or emotional stability within yourself. Or, for example, the reason why you are blocked is because there's like the Queen of Cups is who you're trying to get to, but you're being blocked from that person. Or you're being blocked from whatever it is you're trying to do because there is a Queen of Cups in your future later on down the road. And it's like that is the path for you. That's the path for you. That's where you need to go. Again, or your own inner emotional stability. So keep in mind, collective reading could be for many different types of people, since this is a video posted online. So some of you are blocked from a Queen of Cups. Some of you are blocked from a certain path because you are being guided to a Queen of Cups. And some of you are, in essence, being directed and redirected through justice and karma to have your own inner stability, your own emotional stability, being your own Queen of Cups. Okay. High Priestess, arch enemy. Okay. Yeah, it's your inner knowing, your intuition, your journey. It seems as though what you're learning is being able to tell people's intentions, being able to tell your own intentions, the difference between a friend and a foe. Are you a friend or are you an enemy? Are you an ally or an enemy? Are you an arch nemesis? Am I an arch nemesis? Am I an ally or an enemy? You know, it's looking within, finding that out about yourself, and understanding that with every new person that comes into your life, it's you know, not only finding out their intentions, but also your own towards them and your own intentions towards yourself. But Six of Wands in the reversal, the blockage, the disappointment, but also like the non-victory. It looks as though it was about a cherished gift or what, like something sentimental. But we also have snitch out here, both of these cards in the upright. A witness offers to confess, a friend passes on a warning, someone leaks information, they tipped off the guards. So it's like, it's like telling someone information about cherished gift. An item has unexpected value. An item has unexpected value. The next random song that started playing is Ed Sheeran. Azizam. You know, what is that actually? Is a Persian word meaning my dear or my darling, derived from the root word aziz, dear, precious, with the possessive suffix am, my. It's a heartfelt term of endearment used in Persian-speaking countries to express love and affection for family members, friends, or romantic partners. The term gained wider global recognition after Ed Sheeran featured it in his song of the same name, introducing it to a larger international audience. Usage and context. Persian-speaking countries. The term is commonly used in Iran, Afghanistan, or Tajikistan. Relationship types. It can be used for parent to child, romantic partner to their loved one, or a close friend to show warmth and closeness. Equivalent to English terms is honey, sweetheart, or my love. And it's funny because Azizam just started playing right after I pulled this cherished gift and this snitch. Okay, so this is interesting because it's like there's no victory. There's like, it's like a block or no victory in trying to tell information about or to someone that has unexpected value. Like, this is strange. This is very strange. This is very complicated. It's like you can't do it anymore. You can't. What once was a cherished gift may still be a cherished gift, but it's like that way is no longer. And then buried secret in the sideways. So buried secret. A personal fact remains hidden. The past comes back to life. A secret talent is revealed. You make a shocking discovery. But it's also the sun in reverse, dissatisfaction, disharmony, like don't move forward. We have arch enemy, buried secret, snitch out here, and the justice card with the Six of Wands, which is non-victory, lack of victory, lack of movement, don't go forward. Like, and with dissatisfaction, this is very much like, this is giving, this feels like a very slightly unhealthy I'm sorry, I'm kind of at a little bit of a loss because I'm a little stumped. Buried secret, but it's in the sideways. Okay. Because buried secret in the upright is that there is things still buried. Buried secret in the reversal, things are coming to light. Things are no longer buried. Buried secret in the sideways, some things have come to light, some things are still hidden. You can't have happiness when there's still hidden information, when there's still secrets, especially secrets that are like half truths. You can't live a half truth life and find happiness. No, that makes sense, especially with arch enemy in the sideways, like not being able to tell good from bad, not being able to tell who is who. Also, not being able to tell about yourself. If you can't identify people for who they are, and if you can't, next song that is just, again, random song generator, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Scar Tissue. Reinforcements in the reversal for justice. No one's going to help you. There's no backup. There's no reinforcements. You can't call someone. Justice is justice. Karma is karma. What's happening is what's happening. Like, there are certain things that you can change, certain things that you can do, but then sometimes there are situations that you cannot change. There are situations that you cannot get help in. There are certain situations that no one's going to come to save you. No one's going to come to rescue you. Freya in the reversal for the Queen of Cups with oh, that's interesting. Okay, so as you can tell, like this is the top of the deck. All the cards are, turned over. This is the bottom of the deck. 2 cards were flipped and I didn't know it. So I looked at the bottom, and the bottom of the deck is like, top of the deck. So is that one. So I'm like, okay, how many cards switched? These are the only 2, which is interesting because the 2 that has come out is father, uncle with ethereal, otherworldly creature. If I'm just going to go for the bottom of the deck, then it's father, uncle. If I'm going to go and accept this also for the bottom, and then we have reverse mother aunt too. That's actually upright. Okay, let's actually take this. Let's take them all because it's this is an interesting combination. And the reason why it's interesting is because we have a goddess card, Freya, the goddess of love, sex, war, beauty, magic, witchcraft. This is in the reversal. Reversal, a god card in reversal could either mean that the god or goddess, the entity, has tried to reach out and has been unsuccessful. The god card in reversal could also mean that there has been a request to tap into this specific god or goddess, to either reach out to them, work with them, or like tap into tap into the things, the themes that this entity governs. For example, Freya governs war, sex, love, beauty, magic. So those themes would be like worked through within yourself, like shadow work done on those themes, but those themes would also be incorporated into your life a bit more. So war, not exactly waging war or anything like that, but more so being assertive, being strategic, being not afraid of conflict, but not meaning, that doesn't mean to create conflict, but it just means that you are not going to back down if someone should try. And of course, again, that doesn't mean create a scene, cause commotion, to like just go off the handle, but it just like assertive, assert yourself, be confident, you know. So that's what I'm feeling. And since the Freya card clarifies the Queen of Cups, this is either giving me the feeling that you have to tap more into the spirituality side, maybe tap more into communicating with spirits and gods, goddesses more often, maybe with this specific god's goddess. Because let's just say, for example, if you are going to meet a Queen of Cups later on down the road, it's possible that you are being guided to this Queen of Cups by gods, goddesses, in which case this card in reversal means you're not really listening to the guidance. You know what I mean? If this is you becoming more emotionally stable, grounded, and centered within yourself, becoming the Queen of Cups within your own energy, then this is kind of like saying that you need to tap more into those spirituality aspects to give your affirmations and your self-growth a little bit of a oomph, a little bit more power. So it's just like putting more power, more magic into your self-love, your self-care. Now, if this is in regards to, for example, a Queen of Cups that you are being blocked from, like you are trying to get to a Queen of Cups, but you're essentially being blocked by karma and justice from this Queen of Cups, then this god, goddess card is kind of like, it's giving me like two different messages. One, you are facing off against the other energies that is most likely protecting this Queen of Cups and protecting you too, because you have your own path to go down. But this could also mean that if you, for example, attempt any type of magic towards this Queen of Cups, that it's like, don't do that. Don't do that. It's like justice and karma is already at play. Like, don't press any more buttons. Now, the reason why I decided to keep these cards, even though I don't like taking many cards, is because we've got father, uncle, mother, aunt, ethereal, otherworldly creature. And this combination is really interesting because everything that's going on here in terms of lack of intuition, lack of discernment, dissatisfaction, disharmony, a love or some type of emotional connection that seems to have become a little unhealthy, and or this disconnection between an intuition between what someone knows they should do versus how they actually act and behave in the real world. It is very much, it's like it's tied to mother-father wounds, parental wounds, inner child parental wounds. But at the same time, the same way that a god or goddess could be protecting and or blocking certain things, it's like there are also other ancestral energies at play. Mothers, fathers, uncles, aunts that also might be stepping in on the other side. So that's the reason why I've decided to keep all this, because there could be a father or uncle figure or grandfather figure on the other side that is providing ethereal, otherworldly support. And there could be mother wounds, mother or maternal figure wounds that need to be healed because of this reverse mother. But also there could be a mother figure currently in someone's life that is not being a good mother figure. This is an interesting read. There's a lot going on here. You saw how that just flipped, and it flipped right on the same. This is exactly what I was reading for, and it came out in reversal. It's called Spirit Walk. Look at that. And Spirit Walk, that's like a walkabout. That's Spirit Walk is, it's like a what do they call it? When you're taking a journey, and they do this too. For example, the trek to Jerusalem or Mecca, or like those pilgrimage. I believe that's the word. I'm going to double check. No, not pilferage. Pilgrimage meaning a journey to a holy place. A pilgrimage is a journey to a holy place which can lead to a personal transformation, after which the pilgrim returns to their daily life. A pilgrim, from the Latin peregrinus, is a traveler, literally one who has come from afar, who is on a journey to a holy place. Which is also interesting because on my channel, I like to refer to my viewers as travelers, fellow travelers. So, you need to go on a spirit walk to enhance your intuition, to get in touch with yourself, to talk with the gods and goddesses that are probably trying to, and the ancestors and guides that are probably trying to reach out to you and guide you to where you're trying to go, even though it seems as though you kind of have a tendency to make your own choices despite the guidance you're being given. At least that's what I'm seeing. So, what is the next random song that's come on? Always by Daniel Caesar. Tranquil Cove. You need to find peace. I think oh, the card. Okay, never mind. I think you're being asked to let something go, and I think you don't want to. And you're kind of like, it's hard for you to find peace. And that's the reason why you have to go on your spirit walk. You have to go on your own pilgrimage, because it seems as though you have to come to terms with what has occurred, with what is occurring in your life right now. And part of coming to terms, at least in your specific case, I am talking to many different people, so whoever you are watching me, it seems as though that in your specific case, yeah, you need to go on your own journey in order to come to peace. Sometimes people can come to peace on their own without a journey, and sometimes certain people require a journey. Hence the pilgrimage, which is interesting because, like I said, the very first song that played when I started this collective reading was Hosier, Take Me to Church. So this, and then the High Priestess came out. So this very much is kind of like you're being asked to listen more to your guts, to your instincts, and you're being asked to witchcraft, feet of strength. Witchcraft. Freya is the goddess of witchcraft. This buried secret, this sun, this dissatisfaction, this disharmony, this don't go, don't do it, buried secret, how things are half truths, or maybe you're not being completely honest with yourself. It seems as though it's like either one, you're not being completely honest with yourself, in terms of that you're kind of doing, you're putting out bad energy, bad juju by doing questionable things. Or, for example, there are certain things outside of your control, and you are essentially fighting against the things outside of your control. The witchcraft, the magic. This is still giving me the feeling of tap into magic, tap into spirituality, tap into your faith. Pay attention to magic, pay attention to the energy. Also, if you're doing things behind closed doors to other people, stop. Don't do that. Bodyguard in reversal. Justice. You see, reinforcements in reverse, bodyguards in reverse. How didn't I just say stop, don't do that? No one's going to help you. You're not going to be protected. You're not going to be protected, and you're not protecting anyone if you continue making certain bad decisions that some of you have probably been making. Keep in mind, use your discernment, trust your intuition. This is a collective reading, meaning that I am reading for different people. Some of you may connect with certain pieces of the message, and then some of you may connect with other pieces of the message. Maintain self-awareness. If you feel a little triggered by something that I say, first and foremost, ask yourself, honestly, did I do something like that? Have I behaved that way? Do I have those tendencies? If the shoe fits, then it fits, and you just have to self-correct. If the shoe doesn't fit, then don't be offended and just be like, okay, that's not me. I'll wait until I hear something that actually clicks and feels like me, or feels like that's my life, So I've gotten some comments from some viewers that say how they don't resonate with certain parts, and it's just like, well, if you don't resonate with it, then maybe that part is not for you. It's not like I am messaging people specifically and saying, hey, this is for you. No, this is a public video uploaded online for anyone to view. If the shoe fits, it fits. But this bodyguard in reversal, like, yes, if you are doing questionable things behind the scenes, yeah, you are going to get your karma and no one is going to come and help you. But at the on the other hand, if on the other hand, where did it go? If you've essentially, if you're trying to step into your faith, be a good person, make some changes, or if you're just trying to follow the guidance that you've been given, then this is giving me the feeling that that there may be certain situations in your life where yeah, where either certain people aren't going to have your back and you need to be aware of that, and certain people won't actually help you, and again, you need to be aware of that. It all comes down to self-awareness of your connection. Where is the card? Fell on the floor and now I'm trying to look for it. Oh wait, there it is. It fell in a box. Okay, so this fell in a box. Claustrophobia. Whoops. Claustrophobia with furious resistance. Okay, you just witnessed it. I picked the card up and I'm like, oh, it fell in a box. And then I flipped it over and I said claustrophobia. Okay, I'm getting with curse in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. Reverse the curse. Curses will be reversed. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is, yes. Claustrophobia. You cannot put yourself in a box. You cannot put others in a box. Furious resistance in the sideways. You're gonna get resistance if you put someone in a box. If you put yourself in a box, you're not always going to fight your way out of that box. And when I say box, I mean like you have a tunnel vision mentality or a tunnel vision view on life, on about a person, about reality, about, you know, like whatever's in your head, or even the things that you do on a daily basis. That's why self-awareness is key, because like what we have to realize is that when we are in a box, either we put ourselves in that box or we allowed someone else to put us in a box. And when we are placed into a box or we put someone else into a box, it doesn't help anything. It doesn't do anything. That's like, what's the point in putting it into a box? The person just gets like claustrophobia and they just want to like get out of it. Like, get me out of this box. And reverse the curse. My bad. I was supposed to pull another card for these, to clarify these. But what if that is this? Reverse the curse of your trauma, your healing, your like family curses, generational curses, with mother-father wounds, parental wounds, and possibly because there's otherworldly creatures. And since we were talking about take me to church and the high priestess, which is the inner knowing, and going on the pilgrimage with the spirit walk, not only are you being asked to reverse the generational curses of parental wounds, but you're also asked to reverse the curse of generational curses dealing with spirituality. Because there are certain things in your family taught about spirituality that just, it doesn't work. But also, again, if you're doing witchcraft behind the scenes, it's not going to work. And if others are doing things to you behind the scenes, it's not going to work. Justice is being done. There's a lot of justice going on. Things are being righted. And this goes beyond just a probable relationship with someone. This all deals, it all deals with love. Not just romantic love, but like parental love, self-love, human love, love for humanity, love for life, love for magic, love for the world outside. And also like an emotional contentment with the unknown, or like, yeah. Okay, let's get answers on moving forward. Next random song is Type Shit by Future. Answers on moving forward. Phase entanglement, emotional influence, and the reversal. Yep. Especially with this High Priestess, Arch Enemy, Spirit Walk, emotional influence. The whole concept of not being able to know who is an enemy, who is an ally, who is a friend. When you don't know a person's true intentions, or when you don't know a person's true colors, or when you don't know a person's true role in your life, their role in your life, friend, lover, family, friend, like, etc. And you get mixed up with people who are not true or are not right, yeah, you get entangled. And in order to unentangle yourself, you have to reconnect with yourself, with your intuition. Take that spirit walk. Learn, like, gain more wisdom. Tap into the other energies around you, outside of yourself. Remove yourself from certain people, especially people that have bad emotional influences over you. Relaxation and reversal. Peaceful pursuits, happy times. Yeah. This, and the next song to come on is Teddy Swim's Bad Dreams. And it's funny, relaxation, peaceful times, or peaceful pursuits, happy times. And this person is sitting in a hammock under the night sky and the moon, and looks to be sleeping or just enjoying a peaceful moment. This is giving me the feeling, especially with the song Bad Dreams, that you're finding it difficult to be at peace. But I feel like that's part of the hurdle that you have to overcome, is to find peace within the chaos, because that's the only way you'll be able to move forward. Beneath the surface, hidden truth, something unknown. Look at that. Buried secret, hidden truth, something unknown. So either you have hidden things in which case you either need to reveal those hidden things to whoever you hid them from, or you need to reveal the hidden things to yourself, like being in denial, for example. If you are in denial about certain truths, certain realities, then this is the time to go on that spirit walk, get in touch with yourself, and actually be honest with yourself. Or be honest with gods, goddesses, universe, energy, source, spirit, ancestors. But it's like you need to really look beneath, because it seems as though there are certain things you're still hiding. Whether you're hiding it from someone or you're hiding it from yourself. Confusion in the reversal. Many choices, uncertainty. With Archangel Hanael, joy, blessings, intuition. So we begin this entire reading with intuition, and we end the entire reading with intuition. Confusion in the reversal, which is good, because confusion in the reversal does mean that, not confused. So I feel, especially with this Justice card, that's what's happening. The justice is happening, the karma is happening, things are moving in a way to clear the confusion, especially with the sword. And since sword is the element of air, and air represents mental focus, mental clarity, this justice is coming through to balance things and to give you clarity on what you should do, where you should go, and how you should do it. And I feel like if you take your spirit walk, tap into magic, spirituality, or faith, remove yourself from bad influences, actually dive beneath your surface, follow the guidance, trust your intuition, you will either achieve an inner peace and an inner harmony within yourself, an inner love for yourself, or you will also achieve a future connection. Because when you love yourself, when you achieve an inner peace and an inner harmony, and you're no longer either falling into questionable connections, or you are no longer chasing something that is no longer good for you, or if you are no longer hiding things, if you finally stop fighting the flow of like karma and justice, the flow that the universe is trying to push you, if you stop fighting that, I think you'll find it easier to be happy, be victorious, achieve the things you want to achieve, and heal your family wounds, your inner child wounds, your parental wounds, your generational curses. And you can get yourself out of this box that you might have either placed yourself into, or someone placed you into, or you might stop placing other people into boxes. This was a very, I would like to say, a complex reading. I feel like this touched on different people and different phases of life, different situations. I apologize if it was all over the place. It really felt, the energy really felt all over the place. So this really might be for a wide variety of people. Well, Geminis, I wish you much love and support on your journey. Once again, tap into the energies around you, and take me to church. Tap into that. Tap into your faith. Yeah. And if you're interested in a one-on-one private session, go to my Linktree Tempest Trade or send me a message on any of my social media. Until next time, bye.